Kia ora, my name's Chapman and this is my audiovisual presentation for Professional Frameworks for Midwifery Practice. My presentation is called Why Doesn't the Patriarchy Sit Well with Midwifery? So I chose these two paradigms to look at. First of all, obviously, the patriarchy. So here's a definition from Oxford Dictionary. A system of society or government in which men hold the power and women are largely excluded from it. I'm also going to talk about consumerism. I'm going to look at both of these definitions. The first, the protection of the interests of consumers, and secondly, a preoccupation of society with the acquisition of consumer goods. So, why doesn't the patriarchy sit well with midwifery? The patriarchy tells women to lie on their backs. The patriarchy tells women that their bodies don't know what to do. Female knowledge is now known as old wives' tales, unscientific, untrue. Banned from books and formal study, women have learnt to be healers and midwives by sharing stories, by sharing experience, and by sharing knowledge, from mother to daughter, neighbour to friend. Since men became professionals and took ownership of the healthcare system, women became nurses, a uniformed army ready and waiting to obey doctors' orders. These manly doctors owe their success to their membership to the ruling class. They have been supported and protected by the law. Women have served. They have cared for the masses. They serve the lower classes. They serve the women. They serve the children. The disappearance of female healers and midwives has been a gender disagreement, a political struggle, an economic battle, a class fight. Basically, an ongoing conflict. Through this battle here in New Zealand, midwifery was almost lost. In the 80s it got serious. At the lowest point, midwifery was reborn. The definition and identity of midwives were reclaimed. Professional frameworks were re-established. How did this happen? Women spoke up. Mothers, hapu wahine, they said, hey, and partnership was formed. New social and professional knowledge was constructed. As unpoetic as it sounds, it was the consumers who helped save midwifery. You might ask, how does having a baby make me a consumer? Even before it's born and needs nappies? We use the term healthcare consumer in maternity care for several reasons. Being pregnant doesn't mean you're sick. You are not a patient, and you're also not a client. If you have used the healthcare system in the past and or may use it in the future, you are labelled as a consumer. Consumer advocacy organisations voiced concerns about maternity care as early as the 1920s. The momentum of this led to the independent, direct entry midwifery that we are lucky to experience in Aotearoa. But what about the dark side of consumerism? Consumerism is also destructive and manipulative. I'm going to use a really simple example. Going on placement soon! Need to go shopping. Need to look professional. Need new clothes. But I'm now thinking more about the clothes I need or want. I'm thinking more about that than the support I'm going to give, the learning I will gain, and the experience I will have. This type of behaviour is contagious and addictive. So, whilst the patriarchy is still very relevant and present today, especially in some cultures and religions, history, feminism, and hard work have created immense change in the last 100 years. Is patriarchy dying out? Women are still experiencing inequality, inequity, and carrying a very heavy history. Consumerism, on the other hand, is certainly gaining momentum at alarming rates. This has the upside of consumer rights gaining value. Also, each and every one of us have the power to make sustainable consumer choices. These are the references for the reading and research that I did. Thank you for watching my video.